Hey, Guitar Guts here. Today I want to talk to you about the order in which you should do adjustments when you're setting up your guitar. Now, when I'm setting up other people's guitars and mine, I do a lot of stuff. I clean the fretboard, polish the frets, check for any loose screws, change the strings, all that stuff. But that's not what I'm talking about in this video. I'm also not going to be showing you in this video how to make the individual adjustments. I'm not going to show you how to set the truss rod relief or the pickup height or the string height, anything like that. What we're talking about in this video is the order in which to do those things when you're setting up the guitar. Because if you're not doing them in the right order, you can drive yourself absolutely batty trying to set up a guitar. But if you just dive in, let's say, and set up the pickup height and get it all perfect, and then you go to change the string height, well, now your pickup height's all off because you changed the string height. So you're going to have to come back down and change those again. And if you get those two set right and then you go up top and try to adjust the truss rod, it's then going to throw both of those things off again, and maybe the way your bridge is even sitting on the guitar. So if you'll follow the steps I'm about to show you, you'll save yourself that hassle. Things will be much easier, and you won't have to go back and forth to try to readjust those things because the thing you just did is messing with the thing you did before. So the first thing that you want to do during a correct setup is tune the guitar to pitch, whatever pitch that you're playing at. So you're going to need some kind of tuner. You can use your phone with an app, or you can use a little handheld tuner like this. Cheapo works fine. You're going to need to tune to pitch, though, and you're going to need to come back to that again and again during this setup. So don't put your tuner away. You're going to have to retune to pitch anytime you make an adjustment to the neck or the bridge. So be prepared to do that over and over again while you're making the setup. Retune the guitar to pitch. The second thing that you're going to do, and this is when the real setup begins here, and the way I like to think of it is this. You're going to start at the top and work your way down when you're doing a setup. You start out making adjustments to the neck, and then you work your way down to the bottom of the bridge. So start at the top, work to the bottom. So the first major overall adjustment you're going to make is the adjustment to the truss rod. And the reason we do this first is it's a universal overall adjustment that's going to affect the string height, pickup height, a bunch of other stuff. So do the truss rod adjustment first. And in order to do that, you're going to need a capo to hold down at the first fret, and you're going to need whatever Allen wrench or tool that they gave you to adjust the truss rod on your guitar. Once you've got the truss rod set, then you can go to the string height and some other things. Now, this next step, I kind of hesitated to put this in the video because this is not something that everybody needs to be tackling. This is where it goes in the flow of things, but not everybody should be messing with this. Nut height is not an easy do-it-yourself adjustment. And if you screw it up, you've screwed up your entire nut and there's no way to reverse it. You're probably going to have it replaced. So the nut height, check it if you want to, but if you don't know what you're doing, skip this step and go to the next. For this one, you're going to need some gauged files that are gauged to the string sizes that you're using on your guitar. Those are kind of specialized tools and they're not cheap. And then you're going to need a feeler gauge to judge the height of the string from the fret there at the first fret. And there's a little bit of an art to doing that too. So if you don't know what you're doing, skip the nut height or take it to a professional, have them check it for you. But let's move on to the next one, which is the string height. Now, string height is adjusted at the bridge, either by adjusting the entire bridge itself or the individual bridge saddles. And in order to do that, you're going to need possibly an Allen wrench, and you're going to need some kind of measurement tool like a little string action gauge, which are really handy, or a little micro ruler. Now, you go about this different ways on different guitars. If you've got a tune-o-matic bridge like the one on this Les Paul, or maybe a Floyd Rose, you're going to adjust the entire bridge up and down because the radius of the saddles on the bridge has already been set for you, and the string height is adjusted by raising the little thumb screws on here or the Allen wrenches on a Floyd Rose. If you're working with a Stratocaster, though, you're going to make an individual adjustment to the saddles on the bridge, and for that you'll need the proper sized Allen wrench to go in those tiny little screws there and make those adjustments. So that is the string height adjustment. The next one is the pickup height. And for that one, you can set the overall pickup height simply by adjusting the screws on either side of the pickup there. But then you can also adjust the individual screws on the pickup itself, moving those further, closer to the pickup's body can adjust the tone to where you might like it or dislike it in certain settings. It can really change the tone and the feel of the pickup. So you might need a straight screwdriver to adjust some of those, or if you have one of the ones with Allen screws, you might need another little Allen wrench in order to adjust those pickup screws. So set the overall pickup height. You can adjust the pickup screws or wait to do that until later. That is step 5. And then step 6 is the intonation at the bridge. You know, when you're starting to play guitar, that's not all that important because you can't hear the difference. But as you learn how to play, it is going to matter. You will be able to hear if your intonation is off as you play on up the fretboard. So like I said, we started out at the neck and we worked our way down. Now we're all the way down here to the intonation at the bridge, and those will be adjusted back here behind the bridge with a screwdriver and or Allen wrench, depending on what type of bridge you've got. But that adjustment's made all the way down here at the back of the guitar. Once you get that intonation set, you're done. That's a basic setup. Maybe a few more things you need to tweak, but that's the basic setup. So let's run through those again real fast. First one, tune to pitch. You're going to retune to pitch anytime you make a truss rod adjustment or an adjustment to the intonation. You're going to adjust the truss rod second. If you feel competent enough, you can try adjusting the nut height third. You'll set your string height fourth. And the fifth adjustment is going to be adjustment to the pickup height and the pickup pole pieces. And then the sixth and final one is adjusting the intonation of your guitar, and then you're done. And hopefully your guitar will play a whole lot better. Hope that helps, and we'll talk to you again later. See ya.